I am your friend Dr. Charles Apoki. This is the second video on how to manage economic meltdowns or economic depressions or even your personal economic downturns. Arrow number 1 in this video is realization. You must realize that things are no longer the same. And if things are no longer the same, you must realize that there's a difference between your status and the situation you are in, your state. So don't start living up to your former status to try to impress people. Readjust your life. Shut the door against yourself. Don't struggle to impress people. I had a car, a 7-seater SUV. It was consuming so much fuel now relative to the price of fuel today. And so I sold it. I sold it at a very cheap price. I added money to it and bought a piece of property, real estate, that will increase in value. So readjust. If you have several cars, reduce the number of cars you are using. Please use the most economical one. I have a Mercedes. I have a Toyota Pathfinder. A Toyota Hilux. The Hilux is more fuel economical, so I use that for my little runs. But I also reduced my movement. I don't go out anyhow. My host thought that I would have run back home yesterday and then come back to preach. I told him I did not move, because to move from here to Ughelli and come back, I might spend about 20 liters of fuel. That 20 liters of fuel is about 14,000 naira. I can't afford to do that. So I stayed behind. So reduce your movement, reduce your activities, reduce your parties, reduce your ceremonies that you attend. Once you do that, you find out that you are under less economic pressure. Don't try to impress people. I would have parked so many cars in my compound and people would come there. I want to impress them that I'm rich. No. Now, I started using these materials, this clothing, and my jerseys to do videos. They are easier to maintain. I wash this one. I don't need to iron it. I can wear it. The jerseys, the same thing. So it reduces my laundry bills. In fact, my laundryman has hardly come in the past few weeks. Each time he came, I was paying about 7,000 naira, 10,000 naira. So I reserved my clothes that I used to preach. But I even wear these ones to preach. You can't arrest me. So reduce, review. Now, in my farm, I used to drive to the farm every day in those days. And I found out that it was costing me about 13,000 to 14,000 naira every 4 days. And the profit margin is much. So I decided to buy a phone for the woman in the farm, and she does the farming. I pay her, and then I communicate with phone. I only go there when necessary. Just by doing that, I reduced my expenditure and I increased my profitability. I could not plant as I used to plant, so I leased the land to farmers, and the farmers are now farming on the land. I'm achieving the same purpose of keeping the land busy and getting money, and at the same time giving the natives opportunities to farm. So that is one of the ways to reduce and review. But you must develop the following arrows. One, reliance on God. You need God at this time. Whether you believe in God or not, that's your business. Don't encroach into my privacy. If you believe in God, depend on Him. Depend on Him for good health, because good health is as good as wealth. This is not the time to fall sick. Depend on Him for safety. Depend on Him for ideas, inspiration, instincts, intuition to get new products or services or approaches to managing your affairs. Then you must develop resilience. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.